But also, if I may enter into the dialogue, as I attempted to look at this holistically, I didn't set out with a target to say this is where we want to be. And the reason I'm saying that is that I could have presented to this board a plan that would have put every school at 22% free and reduced meals rate. That would have been in alignment. And Dr. Wu, you understand this based upon the mathematical algorithms. But then what that would have done to capacity would have been the approach of all these individual islands. We defined that as a Skittles approach because they emerged as different colors with a lot of bubbles on it. So what we found is, as we were trying to address the capacity issues, what would be the threshold that we could lower the overall SES down and then also apply the other variables of Policy 6010 and create a level that would not put the total county into chaos in that sense, as far as transportation and all the other variables which were accounted for. So I know I'm not necessarily answering your question specifically, but what I'm looking at is, do we have opportunities to do this as we're looking at the overall numbers and then comparing that to the overall 10-year trend and year-to-year trend? And I'll stop there.
Well, because my reason of asking is to have a better understanding of what the data is showing us and where the numbers are going, because that could impact how we view this. That's what I'm saying, is to me, it's another piece of data, it's another piece of information that helps round out the picture.
What I will say, Ms. Delmont-Small, is that it's not going down. It's continuing to go up, and we're seeing more concentration levels of poverty in particular areas as identified in this analysis. And then also, as we've had individual conversations, the impact on our overall teaching staff and how that plays out. And then, as you've talked about specifically, and other board members, as we spin out of this, the conversation has to be, one, what's this going to look like in terms of our new normal for how this will look in terms of capacity and SES, and then how we will respond with the allocation of resources to provide supports necessary in a budget that is already constrained. But what we're finding is that the schools that have the higher farms rate, SES rates, that we're putting more strain and we're seeing more challenges contained within the schools there that are presenting themselves, that are affecting academic achievement.
Well, because that's my concern, because this does dovetail to the whole capacity issue, which is why we do redistricting, because, as I keep saying, we're getting to a point of where we're just not going to be able to move anybody. So it's, you know, I don't want anyone to think, oh, this is going to fix anything and everything. It's not. We are, unfortunately, I think it's the best, kindest way to say it, is we are trying to put off the inevitable. But then again, that has been happening for at least 15 years, so it's not as though we just started this.